Okay, peoples, I love you guys dearly, but what went wrong here? Let's look at this. This poor guy lost his job. And so let's look at the possible root of this disaster. What caused this? And all he's carrying is pet food. Looks like pet food. The buzzards are circling up above. But this poor man or woman lost their job. Why? This is caused because of, I'm just going to spell it out, improper training of this employee. Yes, the employee is going to be fired. This employee's lost his job, lost his career. But this is caused because of improper training, improper education. And yes, they're going to blame the driver. They blame the driver for this accident. Coming off this hill and this highway here, 395, right at Paradise. Welcome to Pound Valley, Mount Tom 4-H Club, Pine Creek Pack Station. We're about 25 miles from Bishop, which is south, and up north is Reno, Nevada. But up there in that corner up there, let me bring it in. See that? That's Paradise. I forget the name of the Paradise. I'll put it in later on. Let's get back to this truck here. This was caused, it looks like brake failure. Looks like the brakes started burning coming off this hill, this 6% incline, and the guy was heavily relying on his brakes. Looks like he was heavily relying on his brakes because no one probably taught him to use the engine brake. Had he been trained correctly, he would have been using his engine brake and not relying on his brakes to slow him down coming off this grade up here. That's a wicked grade up there. I think it's 6% for 6 miles, maybe 10. But if you don't have an engine brake, this is what happens. You can see the fire started inside. It got too hot. And the reason I say that is as I look around, I don't see any other vehicle debris other than this trailer here. So I know for a fact that if he didn't hit anybody, then he lost his brakes because he was overly using those brakes. And so when it came down to it, they just burned up. And he's probably been driving like this for quite some time, not using his engine brake. This is pretty bad. Maybe coming off that hill, he lost his brakes and just coming too fast. Flipped this trailer. I don't know if they uprighted this trailer or not. I don't see where they did. But yeah, you can see right there. Something you want to avoid at all costs. I feel horrible for this guy. I feel terrible for this driver. When these things catch fire, I tell you guys all the time, stay away from these trailers. Stay away from these trailers. I can't emphasize that enough. Stay away from these trailers because they're not built like cars. They are not. These trailers do not stop on a dime. They don't turn on a dime. So yeah, this is the end result of somebody not using their engine brakes. And this poor fella, this poor driver, I'm pretty sure has lost his job and his way of taking care of his family because of improper training. I'd have to say that this is improper training, and they don't train these truck drivers really well. They don't. They just make sure they can pass the test, and that's it. Pass the driver's test for a big rig, and they're out the door. And you can't train somebody like that. Again, it looks like the fire started down here. Let's get some close-up pictures here. Video. Brakes went out. It caught fire. Brakes went out. And then just caught the whole trailer on fire. This is what you want to avoid at all costs. So you need to be trained on a whole different array of safety equipment on your trailer, such as the engine brake. Obviously, he did not use his engine brake. Probably didn't even know how to use it. Probably maybe even scared to use it because of improper training, although this driver is the one that gets blamed for improper training from his facility, wherever he was trained. Just because this is a particular trailer from a particular company does not mean that they are the ones that train